Hey guys, it's Damien. I got another really quick video. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my experiment that I did with Pinterest, the social media website, of course. I took my Pinterest account and I began to figure out a way that I could actually multiply followers and get people to utilize my pins. So what I did is the one thing that you need to do before you do this actually is going to understand, you need to know the type of customer that you have. If you can know them in and out, the better. You need to understand their buying habits, what they buy from you specifically, and if you can accumulate more information than that, that would even help more with trying to do what I'm about to tell you what I did. It's been about 4 or 5 months now. I started to create multiple boards on my Pinterest account. I actually have over 100 boards. Some people may think, wow, 100 boards, that's a lot of work, and that's it. It's really not, and I'm going to show you how I broke it down and how I do it little by little each day. When you're starting a small business and you don't have a lot of money that you can allocate to a company to do your social media marketing, you have to do it yourself, and that's what I've done over the past several years. And I'm actually learning a heck of a lot more about how to do it more efficiently and do it faster and take up less time of my day. So a little tidbit about how I do it. Every day throughout my day, I get up early in the morning. I do a little bit of social media marketing, posting new products, if it's creating boards, if it's interacting with posts, if it's interacting with customers, answering questions, etc., etc. I do that early in the morning and then late at night. So what I did is I actually went ahead and started to create multiple interest boards that have a lot of different type of interests geared around the type of customer that I have. So I'm going to show you how I did that, and then you can take that concept. And of course, if you don't have the budget to have somebody on the payroll to do your social media and you're not very familiar with it, this is a very simple, easy way to do it. There's nothing sneaky about it at all. It's just a matter of putting the time and effort into it. So let me get right to it. So Pinterest, of course, is a website if you're not familiar with it. The Pinterest boards allow you to take a lot of images that have been posted onto Pinterest and repin them. If you're selling products through your website, specifically we are food related, we actually take a lot of our information from our pins, from the products that we offer through Amazon, Etsy, eBay, and such, and we pin them quite frequently onto our boards. So what I did is I created a multitude of boards based around the interests of the customer base that I have. And our customer base is predominantly women, and the age group, the demographic is around between mid-20s to around 50 to 60 years of age, and that's based upon all the transactions that we have and some of the feedback surveys and such that we have. So we kind of know the interests of those demographics. So what I try to do is create an experiment. So we have our product line, which is food-based. It's a candy, and they're foods. Most of the products that we make are normally given as gifts, predominantly. So what I did is I took the idea of those who were interested in candy and food and found out that they're predominantly women in that demographic, and I began to create boards based on fashion. Also quotes, like quotes of the day, things that people say, some that's inspirational and such. Then I also created boards based on gifts. Now I'm not going to list obviously all of the 100 plus boards that I put up, but I'm going to list these three here. So the reason why I did these boards is that most of the items that we have are gifts and they're gift related. So if you could create a board by gift that's around gifts, and then you begin to actually utilize pins that are already existing on Pinterest, and then through that board you start to incorporate items that you make, which could be sold as gifts. You begin to build up a board that have a huge selection of pins for people looking for either food or candy or gifts that are related to food or candy. So this gift board will begin to attract more and more pinners and then even followers. We've actually grown that now. I could tell you we've grown it to, it's been about 4 months. So we went from having, it was about 400 followers. We grew that into over 6,000. I think at the last look it was 6,300, somewhere around there. 6,350 or so followers. that are but they're now pinning our products and pinning our pins repeatedly and repeatedly, and then expanding the exposure that we get for our product line. So we went from, in a matter of about 4 months, from 400, and now again, this is doing it myself. If you paid a company to do this, I am sure that they could probably increase this dramatically. But when you get to the point where you can do that, that's fantastic. When you're starting out, and of course you're on a budget, you do a lot of things. I wear a lot of different hats other than this beanie. I wear a lot of different hats when it comes to the computer, as far as the things that I do with marketing, making products, creating pictures, editing, doing all of that stuff. There's a multitude of things that I do, just because it's not in our budget just yet to hire an agency or a firm to do that for us. But growing it that fast and growing it within 4 months to 6,000 followers, I think is pretty decent and pretty good. Just by using this idea of creating boards with interests that are around your demographics, your customer base. So fashion, of course, a lot of women, if not every woman, loves something that's fashion related. We even have one that's jewelry that intertwines into with fashion. And through those boards, now you have to understand something. I don't take my candy pins and the things of our products, our food products, and put them on fashion and such. I create these boards, and the boards themselves attract people to our Pinterest page. And then when they begin to follow us as a whole, they follow all of our boards, and then that brings them and leads them into the candy, which leads into people purchasing, and then you begin to transition into customers buying products from you that are not related to fashion or jewelry even, but they happen to be on the boards. So this is really, really quick. I've got about 7 minutes into the video. I just wanted to show you this. This is an idea that you might want to try and you could take advantage of to get people to follow you on your Pinterest account, and then turn it into customers by putting your pins of your products intertwined into these different topics and these different interests. So this has worked for us, and we nearly have 7,000 followers, and that is literally just the time that I spend myself doing the social media that we do on Pinterest and getting more additional customers. So this is a very simple trick. Try it out, see if it works for you. Let me know down below, but don't expect it to be an overnight thing. Like I said, that turnaround took about 4 months or so. And little by little, we began to get more and more followers. And we're now, like I said, we're approaching, getting close to about 7,000. It was about 6,300 at last check. So little by little, that method has actually worked for us. And then within the analytics, one other thing I can do is when you want to check on those boards and find out the analytics behind it of how many people are literally utilizing it and going to it, Pinterest is fantastic about that, and they let you know all those numbers so you can basically see what is working and what's not working for you. So I hope that was a quick video. I hope that helps out. If it doesn't, let me know down below. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys have questions, please ask me. I will definitely answer them as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.